Hello, and welcome to Did You Know Gaming Extra. In today's episode, we're going to be exploring the wonderful world of bootleg games. The catalog of knockoff titles is pretty extensive. In many cases, bootleg games are simply a hastily constructed product, typically with reskinned assets from an already well-established title or franchise. With commercial releases, many will try to cash in on popular new titles while holding little to no resemblance of their inspiration. This can be seen with games such as Stardew Valley, which saw a mobile game use the Farming Life Sims title and little more. Stardew Valley Prison Bus 3D, or as it was later renamed, Prison Bus Driver Valley 3D, had no elements of Stardew Valley contained within it. Instead, the player just controls a generic character as they drive around a fairly basic city. The game is notable as it has stayed on the Google Play Store after having changed its name, though evidence of its original plagiarism can still be seen within its URL. In fact, some games show little effort in trying to appear official, as can be seen with SkullGirls 2 Deadly Airport. The game had almost no similarities to SkullGirls, with the app icon being Poison from Final Fight. The app received some recognition online, with its description being regarded as a highlight of its release.
SkullGirls 2 Deadly Airport is one of the best and advanced Surly Magnificent's fighting game of this era. Fight to earn you respect, put your anger in your mind, and smash opponent. It's a fight club, guys! Deadly Fight has Magnificent's graphics. Then, any other fighting game, it comes with best visual and sound effects. Hope you will enjoy it.
The game was actually acknowledged by the official SkullGirls Twitter account, jokingly tweeting, "Surprise! SkullGirls 2 Deadly Airport's now available on iOS!" before letting people know that the game would be removed quickly for being a complete ripoff. Jonathan Kim, senior animator for the creators of SkullGirls at Lab Zero Games, even made fan art for the title. However, games don't need to be new in order to try and cash in on another creator's IP. Nintendo only recently dipped into the mobile gaming market, but back in 2012, a bootleg release of Pokemon Yellow made its way onto the iOS App Store. Not aware of the app's unofficial nature, the app quickly rose to the second top-selling spot on Apple's charts. And rather than being inspired by the original Pokemon Yellow released on the Game Boy in 1998, the game's page instead used screenshots from what appears to be Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green for the Game Boy Advance. The game's description claimed that the app was just like the original, while many reviews claimed that it was, in fact, just a scam, and didn't boot past the initial title screen. Looking to understand how this situation came about, Apple's review process was called into question. The Apple App Store and the Google Play Store appear to almost never perform quality control, let alone legal checks on the apps in their marketplace, relying instead on the right holders filing complaints against fraudulent uses of their materials. Now, while this has worked with some applications in the past, many have survived this process through obscurity. They also rely on the hope that the right holders just won't go through the process of having the game removed. Now, because of the sheer volume of apps out there which ignore licensing from other companies, it's extremely difficult to track down sales information and revenue made off of the infringement. Most bootleg games seem to be made in China, a country with more lax copyright laws. And since the release of the fake Pokemon Yellow app, no other bootleg game has made its way into the top slots of the store. It seems that in the majority of cases, the apps forego the free-to-play microtransaction business model in favor of wall-to-wall-to-wall-to-wall advertisements on their game. Now I hear you, you're wondering, well, who in their right mind would want to put their ad in a bootleg game? Don't they know any better? Well, that's kind of a funny story. The answer to that, actually, is many times other bootleg games and apps. And now for this episode's random piece of trivia. Today we are talking about MegaMan Soccer for the Super Nintendo. Upon completing the game's championship, tournament, or league mode, the game will simply cut back to the title screen. However, championship and tournament mode have complete in-game endings still in the game's data. In fact, they can even be viewed using a cheat device. There's even evidence suggesting that league mode was planned to have an ending as well. If you're looking to see more bootlegs, why don't you go on over to Twitter? I run this awesome page called Bootleg Stuff, where I post nothing but the best of the worst bootlegs all day, every day. Or maybe you can make your way over to my channel, Red Bard is Cool, where I talk about general weeaboo things. Don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know Gaming for all the coolest video game trivia and fun facts on the internet.